Your men did not capture me, Galvan. I allowed myself to be caught. I was exactly where I wanted to be. Close enough to kill you.
Assassin Xiao Jun was trained by none other than Ezio Auditore, and she really wants a box. The artifact in the box is irrelevant. It's just a MacGuffin that sends her off on a 2D stealth adventure called Assassin's Creed Chronicles China that looks absolutely stunning, but ultimately comes off as a mildly enjoyable Mark of the Ninja wannabe. If a game must rest on being pretty, then at least Chronicles makes the most of it. Gorgeous moonrises and lush cherry blossoms have the natural smudges and brush strokes you would expect to see from the Chinese masters. Each scene comes to life with an inviting softness, which makes it disappointing that the story doesn't build this world in any meaningful way. As Xiao Jun, you move through these spaces, sneaking past patrolling guards and avoiding their vision cones. They can't see more than 20 feet in front of their own faces, and will not notice you at all when they engage in conversation with each other. Avoidance means slipping behind a pillar, hanging from a front-facing ledge, crawling along a ceiling, or tumbling into a pile of hay. Sometimes you toss your rope dart towards an overhang and swing towards or away from the camera and into a different layer. Chronicles makes good use of these layers, giving its best levels a terrific sense of depth. You spend more time, however, navigating past the guards that bar your way, by sneaking around them, assassinating them, or by directly confronting them. It is in silent assassination that Chronicles stays truest to the series. When you plunge your hidden dagger into an enemy from behind, you hear an eerie crunch and blood seeps across the corpse and dissipates. Performing an assassination while hanging from above is even more enjoyable, thanks to the way Xiao Jun points her blade downward as she falls. Later on, you can sprint forward and slide into unaware guards, which makes for a rewarding combination of momentum and violence. The game awards you the most points for staying hidden, yet it's in the pure stealth that Chronicles' flaws most often surface. In any stealth game, there is intrinsic reward in staying out of sight, yet over the game's 4-hour or so running time, the challenge rarely grows. You earn upgrades to your stealth repertoire as you progress, but there's no sense of rising tension. The stealth puzzles never become all that challenging, and a few ideas, like birds and dogs that give you away, are too rare to add much anxiety to the sneaking. In time, you discover ways to exploit the AI's limitations, rushing out of guards' view if you alert all of them, and waiting to return until they resume patrolling just a few seconds later. You have gadgets like throwing knives at your disposal, but you rarely need to use them in creative ways, since the same basic strategies usually work in any given situation. And occasionally the game doesn't know how to respond to your reactions and glitches out. Guards might freeze in place until you move out of hiding, for example. Then there's combat. Combat's never been Assassin's Creed's strong suit, but swordplay has always had an easy-to-understand rhythm. In Chronicles, fending off guards is hardly fun. It's possible to escape with your life if you're really careful, but the entire affair is clumsy. There's no cadence to enemy behavior and the controls are fiddly. Direct confrontation is best avoided, as you can imagine in a stealth game. Ironically, this stealth game's finest moments arrive when you escape looming danger, such as a blazing fire. These sequences are the closest Chronicles comes to delivering the series' signature free-running. You vault over obstacles and slide into shell-shocked guards, cutting them down as you sprint ahead. It's a lively diversion in a game that is otherwise mostly devoid of momentum. You know the end is coming, but there was no more excitement in that finale than there was in the opening minutes. Chronicles' passive pacing is a shame, because the pieces are mostly strong, but once you get past the game's looks and get accustomed to its 2D stealth, there's too little to keep you moving forward. Assassin's Creed Chronicles China is as lovely as a postcard, but when you're a tourist, you need more than just pretty sights.
Thinking that killing me will achieve anything.
Killing just one of you will not give me the vengeance I seek. You are the first of the tigers to fall, but you will not be the last.